Good morning. It's the last Friday of the quarter, and we got the 4th of July coming up. Man, what's that going to do to freight? Well, we'll take a look and talk about it right after this. Yeah. Good morning. It is time. It's Friday. Come on now. I hope you have a good weekend strategy. And then next week's going to be tricky because 4th of July is on a Thursday. So anyways, good morning. Hope all is well. It is June 28th. I almost said 29th. It's the 28th. I might have said 29th earlier. Anyways, who cares? You don't care about the date, do you? A lot going on here at the Snorelord house. I still have bits of a tree in the backyard that might be taken care of this weekend. I don't know. I will not be here this weekend, so the family is going to have a party, and they're going to be like, yes. They won't have to listen to Viking shows and this podcast in the morning and all that. We got our coffee in the Iron Maiden mug today. I have a feeling that in my travels, I will not get good coffee. I will be doing updates on the traveling on the members side. So anyways, because I felt like I haven't done anything special for the members, guys and gals. So let's do something special. So anyways, Don just reminded me with his little comment there. I'll get to the comments here in a second. But how many millions of people are there in the United States of America? And we had the two people that the government believes is our best options up on the screen last night. I watched 5 minutes of the debate, and I'm not trashing anybody. I'm not taking sides, but there was a lot going on. When our AC kicks in at the house, it's hard to hear the TV at certain frequencies, and I could not hear anything that Biden was saying. That was interesting to me. I cannot hear. It was like it's like remember the Peanuts? Remember the Snoopy, like wah wah wah. It sounded like that because I cannot. So I recorded it, and I'm gonna watch it when I have like some headphones on or something just to see what was said. I did watch a couple of highlight videos, and we're let's just say that there's a meme with Simpsons with Ralphie sitting there in the bus and the bus is on fire. He's like, I am in danger. It's a perfect meme. But anyways, enough of politics. Good morning. I hope all is well. I know I say that a lot, but hey, whatever. You'll get over it. We're going to take a look at some freight. I still got a couple of loads to book before I head out of here. And hopefully, you never know. Rates are still doing the bipolar thing. Some are going really good, and others are trying to drive them down. But for the first time yesterday, I was seeing $2 a mile going out west, which was completely bonkers. Markets like Arizona, California, and Georgia are opposite of what they usually are. And the Midwest is picking up a little bit on volume, so we'll get into that. And, I've been a lot more aggressive with my pricing, and it's been working. So as long as the truck's doing good and, it doesn't need to go in the shop and you can schedule things correctly when it regards to your logbook and stuff, you're good to go. You can make some money right now. Staying away from the house is still key right now, but it could be done. So anyways, let's get to the comments, and then we'll get to some low board stuff, and we'll see what's going on. What is going on? Old school, new school, getting unloaded, then home I go. Good deal. Are you staying home for the whole week next week? Don says, dope. Desiroki Pam, good morning. Desiroki Pam waved at me as she went through the perils of Springfield. Loves opened a new store in North Lima, Ohio yesterday. Cool. They need one over there. Gary Cook, happy Friday. Ryan Peterson, what's your thoughts on FedEx selling? I have not looked into it. I don't know how or if it affects me. That's more of a Sterling question. It just shows, look, what this kind of market does is it changes the dynamics of things. I got to talk a little bit slower. Too much of my own coffee. When you look at the trucking industry for the last 40 years, it's changed. Like you can't even recognize it. Like if you took some dude in 1963 and that was a truck driver and put him in today, he would not recognize it. You might as well, be in the Jetsons level. That's, and if you look at all the old LTL companies, all the ancient trucking companies that have come and gone or they've transformed into something that are unrecognizable, and and it's, that's my only thoughts. It's like change is always happening. That's the only constant thing about trucking, is that it's always changing. Once you figure something out, something changes. And there's a lot of people and a lot of companies that are willing to take advantage of you. Take advantage of small carriers, take advantage of people with the dream and the glory of being a truck driver or being independent and all that stuff. And it's hard work. I know that sometimes it looks like we're complicating the process of picking up freight, but at the same time, it's not a simple process. And it's important that you keep an eye on how it's changing, because you don't want to be left in the dust. Look at sports. Sports goes through the same thing. You look at NFL football. How different it is now from, say, 30 years ago. It's different, right? The dynamics are different. How you do business is different. How you choose your players, playbooks, everything. It's all different now. And it's just life. That's just how it is. The FedEx thing, I haven't really looked into it. I sit there and say, keep an eye on the trends and keep an eye on the news and everything. But there are certain things that I'm focused on right now where the FedEx thing, I haven't really even come across any articles on it. So Sterling would be the better person to talk to about that. CDN Freight Broker, good morning, Steve. Working from my tent trailer kitchen table. Nice. You too are traveling, I see. STTN, good morning, sir. How are you doing? Nice hat. My takeaway, says Don, for the show last night is this: Chase Oliver 2024. Greetings, fellow travelers. Trucking with T-Bone, good morning. Sterling gifting some memberships, so there you go. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Good morning, everybody, and a fine Friday to you, Snorelord. Thank you, Will Burner. Hope you're doing well. Put up your link if you don't mind. It's still good till tomorrow, right? For the Forgotten Angels. Jose, none of them had anything to say the same. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. It's the same talking points. Immigration, abortion, nuclear proliferation, economy, fuel prices. I mean, don't believe me? Go back 30, 40 years to debates that are probably on YouTube, and you'll see the same thing. TK, what's up? Hey now, he says. What does a flatbed hazmat load pay? I have no idea. A lot more than what a normal flatbed load would pay. It's a very rare thing. Usually, I mean, I've never seen that. I mean, I don't look for a whole lot of flatbed loads, but it should pay pretty good. I mean, depending on where it's going, what it's doing, but it's going to be way above the averages. Old school, you are not staying home next week. You are leaving out on Monday. Good deal. 1,500 for 400 miles, same day delivery. No joke. Yes, there you go. See you less and less. AAA Cooper on the road. I have no idea what that means. TJ Bowl of the Woods, top of the morning. Sterling says, if you need to answer about FedEx, look carefully at the trucks at FedEx Ground. They are now operated by Federal Express Corporation. Things are planned to change drastically before 2025. There you go. I heard that UPS sold Coyote. Yes, they did. RXO bought them out. So there you go. There will be a special members-only collaboration this weekend. Top secret. There you go. Sterling's got some secret stuff going on. And Don is waiting with anticipation, I think, or that he's crazy. Whatever. Anyways. Let's take a look at some low board stuff. I really don't have any words of wisdom or words of bad advice or some motivational crap. I'm just going to go straight to the low board. So, all right, let's get this on the screen. Some days you just can't be all that serious. You just can't. You just can't. More gift memberships. Look at Sterling go. What's funny about, I have my phone playing here, my video, and I'm looking at the people that are getting the memberships, and it's interesting when I see someone that I know hate watches. So it's funny. Not that there's anybody in this group that I'm seeing, but I know I've seen it in the past. So, all right. Load availability. Let's check out the hot market maps. Like this up. Share this out. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. All right. All right. Let's see where all the hot loads are. Van. Apply. Doink. All right. New Mexico went red. It was green last week, but good luck if you go out there. Arizona's good. California's good. I know that's an oxymoron, but I actually said that. Missouri is looking pretty good. Arkansas and Oklahoma. Oklahoma's yellow, which normally it's red, and then Arkansas has been green a while. So evidently these areas are slowing down a little bit because I know that for a while you can get some good rates coming out of Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. So it looks like they're cooling down a little bit. Wisconsin's good. Let's look at Georgia here. Sterling says Buck Brown is my favorite hate watcher. There you go. We all have our favorites, right? Biden was whispering and getting lost in thoughts. Made no sense. Yes, that should be alarming to everyone. Everyone. All right. But hey, that's for a different channel for a different time. All right. So look at the highest paying load coming out of Georgia. It's not going to Cali probably. 4,700 to go to Alberta. Go visit one of our famous Canadians that like to infamously be in here. Stop being alarmed. Yeah, it's not alarming. If you've been seeing it for the last, I don't know, 10 years, whatever. Anyways, I digress. The Republic is lost. All right, so like I said, $1.50 go out to California, $1.71 to go to Salt Lake, $3.13 to go to Farmingdale, New York. Let's take a look at that one. I don't even know where Farmingdale is. Shannon says holidays are lame. No, they're not. They're important money makers. You buy cards, you buy fireworks, you buy presents, and it creates a lot of commerce, Shannon. And that commerce is what allows your truck to make money. So yes, you are incorrect. Holidays are not lame. All right. This one's going towards NYC, or in NYC, $3,000. Not quite enough, because let's look at our tolls. $200 in tolls. Actually, that's pretty good, even for that area. So $7.96 a day, $3.58 is my cost per day. Broker is good, pre-approved by Thunder. So go ahead and book this if you are not afraid of the city. But good luck getting out. All right, so South Dakota, $1.96 a mile. Same amount of money, more miles, different area. $1.24 a mile to go to California. $2.70 go to New Hampshire. Let's see, $2.76 Flushing, New York. This is interesting. Over $2 go to Michigan. Grovetown. Let's see. I like Grovetown loads. The ship of fools is safely docked at the port of cowards. I'm going to say that in the narrative voice. The ship of fools is safely docked at the port of cowards. TJ says, if you need a load out, reach out to Milk and Magnesia. They deliver. That's interesting. Let's find a load out of Fernley, Nevada, leaving Tuesday morning. We can do that. Donald Peck, Farmingdale is on the island. Yes, I noticed that. That's why the tolls were kind of high. What's up, Snore Servant? Snore Servant. That's funny. All right. We are all servants, right? We are all servants. This is a tractor load. This is John Deere. So it's going 3 stops in Wisconsin, 1 stop in Michigan. They're at $28.50, $2.04 a mile. Now, the thing about these loads here is we got to be careful, because if you're doing John Deere, by the time you get here, it's going to be like, if you pick this up today, is this for today? Yes. If you pick this up today, you're not going to get to the first stop till Monday. And then depending on the spacing of the stops, can you get them off before the 4th of July? Because the dealerships will not be open on the 4th of July. So, and then some may not even be open on Friday. I doubt that, but you never know. You got to be careful of that. One of the things that you want to be aware of this next week is that there will be some places closed on the 5th, on Friday. A lot of brokers are going to be working remotely, probably from home. So expect more email loads, more loads that you have to email to book, and expect very low leniency when it comes to the click and goes. So just be aware of that. This has been my experience. But anyways, multi-stop load like this, you got to look at the rate per day. $28.50 if you can get that done. Now, if this picked up Monday and delivered by Wednesday, this would be an excellent load. But as it stands, you could potentially be on this for 5 days, and 28.50 for 5 days is not great. So you got to be careful with that. They got a bunch of these. Let's see, Noonan to El Paso. No. Let's see. A lot of stuff for today looking like. So they're waiting until last minute to book these. So the low boards should be pure fire today. They should be pretty good. All right. So then we'll take a look at reefer real quick. And then we'll take a quick look at flatbed. And then we'll do some locations. We'll do Leesburg, Georgia, and Friendly, Nevada. How about that? Oh no, my joke flopped. It did not flop. I laughed, I think, maybe. It's kind of gross, but you know. Wednesday morning, Shannon. Oh, that's a command. All right, so this is reefer market. New Mexico's green on this one. Arizona's yellow. So let's see. Let's also see what's coming out of Georgia here in the reefer world. $4,000 to go to Mass. A lot more money on these. Of course, your costs are a little bit higher. Your freight is a little bit more delicate. Here we go. Savannah to Phoenix. $1.51 a mile. See, they're just not paying to go to Arizona right now. Arizona don't want their stuff. Tifton, Georgia to Denver, PA. Picks up on the 3rd. Now, this load, I would not want the pickup time to be super late. Because if the load cancels or you get there and they don't have the product ready, then you're trying to find a load on the 3rd, right before the holiday. And you may not be able to recover from that booking-wise. Mini melons. Little tiny, cute, little personal watermelons. Deliver on cornerstones, BOL, fine refine. If you do not deliver on correct BOLs, pre-cool, reefer to continuous, blah, 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 blah. It's got all the stuff there. Who's the broker? Custom Pro Logistics. I have not heard of them. They might be 150% above my cost per day, but of course my costs aren't based off a reefer operation. They are pre-approved by Thunder, so that's good. Their credit score with TransCredit is 98. Good deal. That might be it's Denver, PA, not Colorado. Never mind. Either way, you're going to have struggle to get out. Let's see, South Dakota, $2.42 a mile. Tempe, Arizona, $1.49 a mile. Henderson, Colorado, $1.58 a mile. What's up with that? Good luck covering that. McDonough has got a few loads, so not too bad. Georgia's not doing too bad. Let's see. Let's look at flatbed real quick, and then we'll take a look at some locations. This will probably be a short live feed because I got to get to work and get things ready to go. Oregon and California are good. Have woken up in the flatbed world. And we're kind of spotty throughout the Midwest. Texas looks good, so looks like you got 275 outbound in Oregon on this board, and then you have 834 outbound in Texas. California's got not too bad, but not great. Let's see, Minnesota. Let's see. Let's take a look at Oregon. Let's see what these flatbed loads are paying coming out of Oregon. Riddle, Oregon to Milwaukee, picking up today, $2.03 a mile, $4,600. They're above the cargo chief. They're slightly above the rate check. You got to tarp this, whatever it is, 47,391 pounds. Let's see. Yep, you're going to go through Montana and all that beautiful country there. Good time of year to do it. $920 in fuel. So, $2.03 a mile. Now, let's see. $1.74 out of Junction City, Colorado. Let's do the highest rate per mile. Let's see where all the big paying stuff is. Almost $4 a mile to go to California, to California, Washington. So we're the short haul is all up and down I-5. $279 to go to Idaho, California, Utah. So your biggest rate per mile are going to the same western states. Nothing going towards the Midwest. Let's see. So if you're trying to get into the Midwest, it's going to be a bit of a challenge because this is where all the freight is going if you want a higher rate per mile. A lot of stuff. Yeah, nothing going to the Midwest so far. So you got to pay attention to that. If you're out west, is there going to be anything that gets you back, in the east? Furthest east thing we've seen is Denver. So nothing going east so far. Wow. So you got to be aware of that when you look into a market. Like, I'll give you examples. So one time Schneider on their choice board, they had a load going out to Nogales. It was paying really good. And I hovered over the click now button. I hovered over it, and then I thought, no, I better look to see what's coming out of Nogales going back east. I did a 500-mile radius of Nogales to a 500-mile radius of Dallas just to get out, just to get back east. There was nothing. I did a 500-mile radius of Milwaukee. There was nothing. There was literally nothing east of New Mexico at all. So I thought, wow. And then I had a colleague of mine actually took a load out to Phoenix to see family, and it took him 2 weeks to get back east. So, I mean, you got to be careful. You got to be careful with that, or else you're going to do a lot of deadhead. So, but, oh well. What are you going to do? All right, so find loads. Let's do that real quick. Create new search. We'll do Sterling Wheel since he's been generous with the memberships. 53 van, Reno, Nevada, any 175-mile Wednesday. I know who that's for. So we'll do Reno, Nevada. Going anywhere. For van, we've already got on van because that's where all the cool kids are. And date. Gotta put the date up. So Wednesday the 3rd. Apply. Search. Oh, we need to change the deadhead, so edit search. There is no 175. We'll do 200. All right. Sort this by rate. Let's see where all the long haul stuff's going. $2 a mile, go to Tampa. Yeah. Ryan, Texas. California, Miami, Portland. Nothing going Midwest. The only thing going east is the Tampa load. Pepsi's got a lot. So, and these are all older postings. Of course, it is early in the morning, so these are probably automatics. Hayward, California is 177 miles from Reno. Let's take a look at this one. See how far off they are. Anyone in the chat want to buy my truck or trailer? I'm planning on putting a video ad for each on the Trucking with Liberty channel, hopefully this weekend, but no later than the 4th of July. Don is leaving the business. He hates all of you. No, I'm just kidding. No, he really is leaving, though, it looks like. I know somebody that might want your trailer, Don. I do. I truly do. Put the year and make of your trailer in here again. I might have a buyer for that. Unless you're trying to sell them together, which that would be Lame. All right. So that's your best bet, Shannon. I would check others' sources, but we had to double check that Shannon has skirts on her trailer so she can go into California. Nice chat with you, Will Burner. Andy completed the setup with my brokerage. I will keep on the hunt for a load for you, Alberta to Ontario, per your email. No guarantees, but we'll try. There you go. It's good to have good people in your corner. All right, and let's do another search here. Leesburg, Georgia. Going anywhere for today. Apply. Search. There's going to be a lot of loads here. A lot. 4,700 to go to Alberta. Sacramento, Maryland, Texas. Let's see if there's anything going north here. So not northeast. Here we go. That's not north, but DeSoto, Kansas from Montezuma. 208 a mile. 222 to go to Carlisle. It needs to be up a little bit for the tolls. Hudsonville, Michigan. That's a little bit higher. Oh, that's hazmat. That's why. Portland, Indiana. Portage, Indiana. Not Portland. Haines City, Florida, 353 a mile. That's a little deep. Miami, of course. Alsip, Illinois. Here's one. Macon, Georgia, the Alsip, $1.86 a mile. I'd probably get a little bit more. Let's take a look at that one. CDN says, thanks, Steve, for connecting Wilburner. You're welcome. I still need to email him. 22 Stoughton Dry Van is with the many aero upgrades as I can think of. Trailer literally saves over a mile per gallon. 22. Po Boy says, quitting in June. What'd that tell you? It sucks out here. I'll email him some pictures later today when it's empty. This is a different person as well. So still approach the other person, the first person we talked about, but I might have a different buyer as well. So it might have a bidding war for your trailer. Buck Brown, morning, my fellow Snorelordians. There you go. Thank you, Buck. All right, Macon, Georgia picks up at 3:30 today. Ooh, that's risky. 14% below my cost per day because it doesn't deliver till the 1st. But that's kind of par for the course. Paper rolls. It's going to be heavy load. Better have a newer trailer. Speaking of trailers, looks like they just posted it 1 minute. They got another one. Columbus, Georgia to Plano. Dart Advantage. That's what I like about this low board. It updates in real time. 48065. If you want to try out, let's put the banner up there. There you go. Here we go, North Canton, Ohio. Now, since the Midwest is waking up a little bit, they're starting to pay less to go up there. So just keep that in mind. So let's sort this by highest rate per mile. Let's see where all the shorty stuff is. Now, the highest rate per mile, it's going to be all short stuff, but they're going to want you to hold it for 2 or 3 days. So unless you're living wherever this destination is and you're taking a 34, it's really not worth it usually. Unless you need a restart. Unless you need a 34. So 2,900 to go to Sparrows Point, Maryland. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at that one. They're paying way above what normally is. Let's take a look, see what's going on with this load. Picks up at 8 a.m. today. They got to move this. Delivers on the 1st at 10 a.m. 15-hour run, 14,000 pounds. This is a good one. Oh, drop trailer delivery. Never mind. Do not do this. Drop trailers are... Ugh. That's why it's so much higher than the averages. Because you might wait 3 or 4 days for your trailer. Now, if you live near Sparrows Point, Maryland, and you trust the place that has your trailer, and you just go home for some home time, then yeah, I might risk it. But no, don't do this. It just shows you that the mega carriers have no interest in this load because they're the ones that can do the drop trailer. Jamaica, New York. 1,400 to go to Mount Crawford, Virginia, Louisiana. That might not be too bad. Louisiana has been bad. Oh, here we go. 1,800. I would do this 1,800 to Hudsonville, Michigan. I'd probably try to get them up to 2. Coming out of Conyers, a little bit of deadhead. Picks up at 4 o'clock, though, so I don't know if I'd book this or not because, it's hazmat anyways. I've been seeing a lot more hazmat on the spot. It's like some of these brokers don't trust the Landstars who, they have hazmat, so. All right. Thought maybe someone was calling me. Here we go. This is one I would take. St. Louis, Missouri. Monster Logistics. Never heard of them. Let's see what time it picks up. DIY says bummer. What's a bummer? Don leaving? Yeah, that is a bummer. 17,000 pounds. There we go. Good load for the weekend, and then you can get a 34 in probably. How many miles is this? 573? Yeah, definitely get a restart in. And then you land in St. Louis and pretty much go wherever you want. It does say it's below my cost per day, so I would want a little bit more money on this. I mean, I want a lot more, but realistically, we need to get a little bit more. So, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be aggressive with your rates. Don't let these postings fool you. The brokers are telling you that they're taking a loss right now, and they're probably correct. On some of them, if they didn't know how to price. But there's as you guys can see, there's quite a bit of freight. Look at all these loads here coming out of Georgia. There we go. We finally hit the similar line. So sort this by age of the posting. And we'll see what's popping up at the last minute. I just got a email. I'm looking at notification now. Roberta, Georgia to Columbus, Ohio. Hazmat load. Snorelord says, Red Chicken is my mentor. Yes, I did a little upload short. I uploaded a little short with Red Chicken. So he's going on an adventure. So now, check this out. These are all loads for today, right? These are the oldest or the newest postings. As you can see, a lot of them aren't posting rates. They want you to price it. They want you to set the anchor first. Unless you call and they go, oh, okay, we're looking to be at 1,200 on this. Then you go, no, you ain't. You want better negotiation skills than that, but, you get the gist. If you're not afraid of the Northeast, that's where you can make some money going into. Just be aware of what you're going to get coming out. Like, let's go to the Sparrows Point load. Where's that at? There it is. Oh my gosh. Pill Rider TV. He lives. He lives. I need the echoey thing like Sterling has. He lives. The Meat Man. DI with the jokes. I'm not even going to attempt to read that. I have had a much easier time talking up brokers on their loads. Got this one for nearly double what they had it listed for. There you go. Red Chicken has a whole fleet. Has that whole fleet of trucks. Very impressive. Morning. Yes, Red Chicken has its own channel. Has his own channel. And if you subscribe, you know what we're talking about. Everybody's saying hi to Pale Rider because everybody's excited that he's not dead. He's alive and well. All right, so Montgomery, Alabama, picking up at 8 o'clock today, going to Sparrows Point, Maryland for 10 o'clock on Monday. What's the toll cost? That might be inaccurate because you got to price that. You got to, because Sparrows Point is right on the other side where that bridge fell. So you're going to have to go the long way around. So make sure you use Google Maps to get your actual mileage, because it's going to update in real time. The bridge, it's going to account for the bridge closing. Your Garmin ain't going to do that. Well, maybe if you got live updates on it. But even then, you got to be careful, right? So make sure, and that's probably the reasoning behind this pricing. That and somebody dropped off of it, and they need this moved now. 14,000 pounds. Oh, yeah, this was the one that was dropped trailer delivery. Never mind. Man, I have a short memory span. That's lame. But again, if you live up there, take it. You might be off for the 4th. All right. Man, I apologize. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Here's so I mean, there's a few loads out there. So anyways, Sterling Wheel says Red Chicken for president. There you go. Sterling, do you want to put Red Chicken's channel in the chat, please? That would be great. I'd be very thankful for you for it. Cheap Freight Hauler, good morning. Getting loaded in Phoenix. Is it hot? Fun fact: Vikings do not do well in the desert. Myself, my dog, and my truck will all vote Red Chicken twice. There you go. Cat Lord for president. It's been a good but hot working vacation. I bet. Hashtag Red Chicken for Dar. There you go, T-Bone. There it is. There's the link to Red Chicken's channel there. So make sure you subscribe. If you want to subscribe to something stupid and idiotic but sometimes funny, go to it. Look, if a guy can put on a horse mask and play drums with a bucket in the bathtub, I think Red Chicken can get some stuff done. Now, granted, Buckets the drummer has got way more talent than Red Chicken, but my pinky has more talent than Red Chicken. But regardless, I mean, Red Chicken does play guitar, so there's that. So, and he hates my coffee. That's the newest one he put up. So, I think he does these videos at night when I'm not awake. So, but anyways, strategies for 4th of July. Make sure if you are trying to get home for Thursday, make sure you probably want to deliver Wednesday afternoon somewhere near the house that you can deadhead. If you're trying to book a load Wednesday afternoon to get you home that goes through the house for Thursday and then delivers Friday, that might be more of a challenge. I suspect that brokers are not going to answer the phones or email after about 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. And we could, I was going to say we'll talk about this more Monday, but Monday I'll be indisposed. So I will not be going live on Monday. There might be some impromptu live feeds before that, though. But probably won't be talking about rates. The you're going to see some killer rates between now and July 3rd. Capacity is going to tighten up a little bit, not enough to really like save your business if you're struggling, but enough to make it things a little bit easier. And then I'll be curious to see what rates do after the 4th of July. So I'll be curious to see what happens on Friday, because I don't remember. Like, I've got some notebooks that I can go through to see what I was dealing with the last time 4th of July was in the middle of the week. I don't know what it was last year, but I do know that middle of the week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, when holidays fall on those days, it screws everything up. So, but anyways, let's see. Yeah, I may have missed an opportunity there. Woohoo, I'm subscriber number 43. There you go. 10-hour breaks waste too much time. Chief Freyholler, if you have a Friday delivery, calling ahead is not a bad idea. Some may take a 4-day weekend. Yes. Friday, special land delivery. So Wednesday, you're going to want to land somewhere that's near the house just in case you can't find something. So it gets tricky. And, pay attention to volumes. Let's do this here real quick. Let's take a look at DAT volumes. Wheels on the bus go round and round. All right, so let's see. Search loads. No, we want the dashboard. Never mind. We want the dashboard. Yeah, Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas are still good. California is still good. Colorado, no. Connecticut, no. DC, no. Florida, ugh. Georgia, 752 in, 3301 out. Illinois looks decent. Iowa's a tough gig. Indiana's more in than out. Kansas is about a little bit even. Kentucky is decent. Louisiana is not great, which I was wrong on that. I can admit when I'm wrong. Maryland, no good. Maine, 1048 in. That was the bad thing about that one Maryland load with the drop trailer. Something else you have to consider. You can't book ahead on something like that. If they say 24 to 72 hours, well, how do you book ahead for that? So you're literally at the mercy of the receiver. Now, you might be able to go on the receiver and say, hey, if I slip you some money or pizza or something, they might unload you a little bit earlier. They might put you on the top of the stack, but don't count on it. Missouri looks good. Minnesota's not so good. Michigan is not great. Literally. Let's see. Montana, no. North Carolina looks good. Jersey's almost even. Close to it by 100 loads. New York, no. Ohio. Man, Ohio. So the Midwest flipped upside down again. What was Indiana doing? Illinois is the only one that's got more out than in. So when they're not wanting to give you a good rate going into the Midwest, make sure you pay attention to that. South Carolina looks good. PA, not so much. Virginia's not good. Wisconsin's got more out than in, so that's good. Not by much. So, anyways, 48065 if you want to try out the 123 load board for free for 30 days. You can see all the tools. You can see there's a bunch of tools over here. I've demonstrated only a fraction of them because I'm lame. So, all right. Sterling says, I forgot to mention wife Lord is present. Mrs. A says that's true. Don says, I predict rates will go up the moment that I sell the truck and the trailer. That's true. Yes, that is exactly what's going to happen. Is there a contrast setting on your webcam? You look washed out and overexposed. Here, let's do this. Let's turn the light off. There. I am washed out and overexposed, Sterling. That's just how I look. SST, what's up? DIY Don, are you selling out? What then? What then? DIY, unfortunately, I cannot disclose anything until March of 2025. Wow. So if I say I'll be leaving the trucking field. Yeah, there you go. He ain't going to tell you, DIY. So, all right, guys. I hope, guys and gals, I hope you have a great weekend. If you're running, I hope you're profitable. If you are at home, enjoy your home time because those days are limited. Strength for today, hope for tomorrow. Peace. Oh gosh, that was stupid. All right, here we go. Let me try again. Strength for today, hope for tomorrow.